Jai Guruji Maharaj, Shukrana Guruji Maharaj. With folded hands and gratitude in my heart, I bow to the lotus feet of our beloved Guruji. With his divine grace and due permission, I would like to start the reading of chapter 86, Satsang number 82 from the holy book Light of Divinity. A chilly type of healing. We went to Guruji after we had heard about him from one of our friends. Guruji blessed us and told us to come twice a week. At this time, I was suffering from piles and blood sugar. At the Sangat, we were served langar, which had a lot of chilies in it. I was afraid because I knew the chilies could aggravate my piles problem. But since the langar was Guruji's blessed food, I decided to have it anyway. To my surprise, as I continued to come and have langar, my condition began to improve, and one day the condition that had proved resistant to treatment for the past 10 years went away. Now I even take extra chilies with my meals at home. As for my blood sugar levels, they were at a high of 124 mg per LT after fasting and at 175 mg per LT post-prandial. Ideally, the maximum level should not be beyond 100 by 140 mg by LT. On top of it, I was eating at least half a kilo of sweets as prasad at Guruji's whenever I was there. Normally, my sugar level should have increased, but on the contrary, it came down to 91 by 141 mg by LT. In fact, these days I have to occasionally eat sugar to ensure that my sugar levels do not drop. I have also stopped taking diabetes medicines at night and have reduced the morning dose. Such has been Guruji's grace. I suffered from another problem, a blockage of the urinary passage. Before coming to Guruji, a minor operation had been performed on the advice of doctors in Sir Gangaram Hospital. But 2 months after the operation, the urethra again became blocked. The same doctor again suggested an operation, telling us that after healing the urinary passage narrows down. The second operation was done too, but I could not pass urine again after 4 to 5 months. I reached out to one of Guruji's devotees and asked him to mention the problem to him. Guruji advised a remedy, and after it was taken, I was well. Now, occasionally the problem recurs, but it gets treated due to Guruji's grace. We lived in a rented flat in Rajouri Gardens in the main market. In 1999, the landlord sold the flat to a builder who wanted to construct showrooms. The landlord put pressure on us to vacate the house, but it was not possible to shift to a new residence immediately. One day while taking leave, I told Guruji of the problem. Respected Guruji looked at me and listened, but said nothing. I repeated my words. He did not reply. I decided that since Guruji was not responding, we should confine ourselves to prayer and the rest would happen by itself. But the reason behind Guruji's silence was revealed the next day. We were coming for the Sangat when we got held up in a traffic jam at Dholakua. All of a sudden, the car's brakes failed. A mechanic came to help us and the brake was repaired in a short time. Thankfully, the brake failure had taken place where it did and when it did, otherwise we would have been in a serious accident. It was quite clear to me that the previous day, while I was asking Guruji about my house, he was preventing a mishap from taking place. I was requesting his intervention in a minor issue while he was intervening even then to save us from certain death. Moreover, his blessings did not leave us stranded at a old house. Within a month, with Guruji's blessings, I was able to buy a new house. Everyone is blessed. Every devotee of Guruji gets continually blessed. No one is left out from the Sadguru's grace. Even those who have his photograph or those who pray to him or hear about him are recipients of his most munificent grace. Such is the case of my brother-in-law Gurcharan Singh Man and his family who live in Namah. We used to narrate our experiences with Guruji to them. One day he came to Delhi for darshan and Guruji blessed him, telling him to enjoy and be merry. His daughter-in-law asked for Guruji's photograph and it was given to her. A few days later, she was lucky enough to have Guruji's darshan in a dream. She was pregnant at this time and with Guruji's blessings gave birth to a baby boy. As with all children that Guruji blesses, the boy is very active and intelligent beyond his years. When the lucky couple asked Guruji for a name for the child, he christened him Gurbhajneet Singh. Once Guruji takes a family under his grace, they remain under his protection for all time. When Gurcharan had severe pain in his kidneys, he prayed to Guruji for his blessings. He was cured and relieved in no time. Then, after some time, my brother-in-law had agonizing pain in the urethra due to a stone formation there, which was not getting relieved even with strong painkillers. He asked me to put across his problem before Guruji. I prayed before Guruji and he just nodded. Soon, Gurcharan's stone and the associated pain vanished from the urethra. Another problem cropped up before Gurcharan. He runs a private school, and in 2005 the government issued orders banning unauthorized private schools. He rang me up and told me to pray before Guruji. We prayed at the Bade Mandir and told him to apply for recognition and pray in front of the photograph of respected Guruji. He did and applied for recognition for his school. Guruji was kind enough to bless him. His school was the first to be recognized and the enrollments in the school increased. Guruji keeps giving everybody his blessings. What is needed is devotion and faith. One does not even need to tell Guruji of problems and fears. Guruji gives us whatever we need. That is, he generates whatever we need and gives it to us. Secondly, he rectifies whatever is not operating properly. Thirdly, he destroys whatever is inimical. For these reasons, Guruji is God. God means 1. Generation, 2. Operation, and 3. Destruction. We are fortunate to have his darshan and the chance to speak to him. Satsang of Rajendra Singh Kant, devotee and chief sound engineer. With this, first and foremost, I would like to seek forgiveness from our beloved Guruji for any mistake in the narration of this divine satsang. I would also like to seek forgiveness from each and every one of you for the same, and would like to invite you to the narration of next divine satsang from the holy book Light of Divinity. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you each and every one of you.